Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. So here is my new setup for the month of October, just so you guys know. Change the background again to be the black tiles instead of the blue. We have the return of the ghost lamp, MVP of my setup. This thing's been in my setup for what, 3-4 years at least? And people seem to like it. I figured since it's Halloween month, let's return back to having this crazy Tesla coil lamp in the shot. I mean, it kind of has a lot of like Frankenstein's monster vibes, you know, being raised from the dead by lightning, stuff like that. We have Halloween-themed animations that'll be playing during the podcast, which is really awesome, okay? This is more of the Halloween-themed side over here. We have the return of Potion the cat, who has always traditionally been in my background for Halloween month for many, many years. We have, if you can believe it, the Nevermore Raven. You thought I was going to say that. The Nevermore Raven, Edgar Allan Poe. So that's the raven sitting on a skull. It says Nevermore on a sign there. But actually, the big thing here that many of you may be looking at and saying, what in the holy hell is that? Ladies and gentlemen, that is Deathface. Yes, that's actually Deathface. That is the character from my Project 7 series over a decade ago. Project 7 was a little indie kind of online comedy series that I wrote with my friends at the time over 13 years ago. It premiered in 2011 and it ran through 2012. It was 4 episodes. Each episode got hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube. It did pretty darn good for a little low-budget, rinky-dink show, okay? But it got retired. We never got to finish it. And I saved the mask all these years. I still had it. And as in the last few years, I was cleaning out my closet, notably this summer, I found it again. And I was like, you know what? It's a pretty spooky mask. Let's bring it out for nostalgia's sake. Let's have Deathface in my Halloween setup for the month. I said, that'd be pretty cool. Also, as you can see, the light show starts off wild. This is supposed to be like a Halloween party light show. That's what this is set to be. But, you know, over the course of the month, what I do is I change the lights every day to be more themed towards whatever game I'm playing. Yesterday, we had red and white for Silk Song. Today, we have Halloween craziness. I'll probably change it up during the month, but every once in a while, we'll go back to a Halloween theme. All right? So, I think it looks pretty cool. However, the one problem is that I totally forgot about this. All of my horror-themed borders are the old full border because I didn't have this good camera last year or even the years before. So, I don't have this set up to basically be proper for the show. Like, to show you, I have all these horror-themed borders that I can use. We got Resident Evil, both modern and classic. We've got some Dead Space action for you. We've got The Evil Within. So we have all these classic horror games and playthroughs that I've done over the years, and I had all these borders made for them, but then I just kind of didn't realize, oh yeah, now they're all outdated. They don't really fit the show anymore because the camera's much better and I want to be widescreen and HD. I mean, I could easily do this, but then you're cutting off the side. You don't see the Tesla lamp. You don't see the crow. You only see half of Deathface. So, quite honestly, maybe we should just go borderless for today until I figure this out. Maybe we'll just use the regular Level 1 podcast logos over the course of the month. I don't know. Well, we'll see. It wasn't really that big of a concern. It was a lot of setup to get this all going last night. Notably, the thing that you guys are going to see that's different is the animations that will now play on stream. So I have fully updated all my animations. If you do a super chat of any level, if you do or send some kicks of any level over on Kick, and there's 3 different levels over there of 100 kicks, 500 kicks, and 1,000 kicks are all different animations. Or if you tip, all of those animations have been updated to be Halloween themed, okay? And they now have sound effects playing with them. Yes, I've actually instituted spooky Halloween-style sound effects with all of the animations. So, any contributions, any support, you're going to get a shout-out now. Pretty awesome, right? So, I hope that you will, contribute today to check it out. Please support the stream. Obviously, we're now starting a new goal, all right? And I hope that you will enjoy the Halloween festivities all month here with me. We do it every year. What I find hilariously is that we have idiots who say things like, "Oh, your camera is fuzzy as shit." No, it's not. That's your internet, you fucking. You're so stupid. Like, you're watching on Kick. You're probably watching at like 480p, and you're gonna complain about my camera. My camera is incredibly sharp. It looks great. All right. The only thing is that with the lighting, okay, it doesn't say it looks super sharp at times because the lighting is all over my skin. But it is a very sharp camera. That's why you can actually see the detail on all the stuff in the background, which you never could before. Okay. Maybe if you actually watch the raw content instead of detractor restreams that rebroadcast it at 480p, you'd see better quality, but you're not that smart, are you? Of course. All right, so let's go. All right, let's start. I'm excited for this month. I hope you guys are too. Let's get our first support of the day, shall we? Can we get our first super chat, our first kicks, our first tip? Maybe some subs over on Kick, maybe some memberships on YouTube. Let's go. The truth is, they're all equal now. They all equally help me. It's awesome now to say that, to say, hey, you don't have to tip. You don't have to do this today. Everything is great. However you want to contribute, wherever you want to get a pop-up, all right? And I would love for you to start seeing some of the Halloween-themed stuff on stream today. It would be great. So, again, it has to be $1 or more for the record. Any super chat of $1 or more, you get an animation. Any amount of kicks 100 or more, you get an animation. Okay, all those things, just so you know. Happy October, finally. Today it's probably going to be in the middle range of heat for me, meaning today it's not supposed to be sunny all day. It's only supposed to be on and off sunny, and right now it's 81 degrees in the studio. So as long as it stays low 80s, I'm fine. If it gets mid to high 80s, I'm screwed. I'm going to be sweating it out again. I hope not. I hope that we can stay lower temps today. Once again, here's what the weather said 2-3 days ago. Rain all week. Clouds and rain all week. Low fall temperatures. Great. Guess how many days we've had rain this week? It's hot all day, all week. They don't know what the hell they're talking about once again. Complete idiots. I actually wouldn't have taken the air conditioner out of my window if the weather had said what it really was going to be, but these weather people are morons and never get it right. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff, guys. Good vibes today. For the few people dropping a few kicks over on Kick, thanks. Again, I'm only going to count and or shout out things that are 100 kicks or more in one transaction, and that's also how you get an animation, FYI. Keep in mind, we have them for 100, 500, and 1,000. If people do start actually doing more of them, I can even do higher categories. Like you can do, I think you could do, but whatever the denominations are here, let me take a look. It lists them here, right? Let's see. Okay, so it's 100, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, and 50,000. Now, I don't think I'm ever going to get a 50,000 kicks. Seriously, that's $500. I don't think anyone's going to send me $500 like that. But perhaps I did up to 1,000. Maybe I'd do like 2,000 and 5,000. I might do that. I might set up some animations for those too, maybe later today. But I don't think it's worth the 10,000, 50,000. No one's going to be sending me hundreds of dollars in kicks at one go, I don't think, right? I don't think so. All right, so animations for all the contributions today. Thank you guys in advance for your support. Obviously, let's hit the goal. Now, let's start with that. Let's just start with that discussion right now. Let's hit the goal. Okay, great. What happens when we hit 10 rewards? We get or 10 goals, we get a reward. What's the reward? Oh, thank you, Vasil. Yeah, that sound effect is so gross. Ugh. Thank you, Vasil, for 500 kicks over on Kick. That's disgusting. That sound effect is nasty. Ew. All right, let's get Vasil on the leaderboard. Ugh. Okay. Thank you so much, Vassals, for that. Okay, so when we hit 10 reward goals achieved, I keep saying reward goals. Let's try this again. When we hit 10 support goals, and that's achieved, we do a reward. The reward is DSP Tries It. We just did Indian food. Previous to that, we did the Popeyes Hot Ones menu, which was a complete bust because they didn't give me the Hot Ones sauces. Before that, I actually forget, but I know that we did a Taco Bell in there, and it was absolutely awful. right? So here is the question. What is the next DSP tries it? What's it going to be? We got to figure this out. All right. So what should the next DSP tries it be? The way I see it, there's many different options of things that we can do. I'm not sure what the best option is, quite frankly. Do you guys know of any new things that have happened? Now, I'm going to eliminate one immediately. All right. This stupid new Burger King meal is such a waste of everyone's time. Let me just blow this up for you right now so no one wastes any money on it. Burger King is claiming they have a Halloween-themed meal all month. They're calling it the Monster Menu. Okay? It's not anything new whatsoever. You ready for this? It's a regular Whopper, nothing new, except they colored the bun orange. Wow, does it taste any different? Nope. It's exactly the same Whopper you could have bought any day. They have mummy mozzarella sticks. What's the difference? Nothing. They're exactly the same mozzarella sticks that you buy at every day, except they put it in a box that looks like a mummy wrap. It's just cardboard. Okay? Halloween-themed chicken nuggets. Well, how are they Halloween-themed? Well, they shaped them like vampires' fangs or a bat. But they're still the same exact chicken nuggets that you can buy at any day. Oh. So what is the actual thing they did add new? They have a sundae. It's a soft serve sundae. And they're putting some kind of purple sweet sauce in it. And they're throwing Oreo pieces and Pop Rock candies on top of it. That's disgusting. That doesn't even go. Oreos and Pop Rocks. Wow, what a combination. A match made in heaven, huh? It's gross. So literally, there's nothing on the Monster Menu worth trying. And by the way, they're charging a premium for this food for no reason. I'm not doing that. It's a complete waste of everybody's time. Okay? Okay? So, forget that shit. But if there are any other suggestions, all right, I'd like to know what else is going on that's new in the realm of food that you'd like to see me try for the next DSP tries it. We need to lock it in like right away, because when we have it locked in and we know what we're working toward, people tend to contribute more because they want to see it. As opposed to if you have no idea what's going to happen, then you don't, you know. Okay, let's see what people are suggesting. Fight HOA tyranny, fire up your grill and forge burgers. Number one, I don't have a grill. Number two, it's not my HOA. You're very misinformed. It's a state law. They made a state law in the state of Washington that you need to have something like a 10 to 15-foot radius around a grill to have a grill in your backyard. My backyard's not even that big. So basically, I've been outlawed from having a grill. There's nothing I can do about it. You know, not to say that it would be a big deal. I'm sure that there's people who are grilling. But the thing is, if anyone is an asshole and doesn't like you, they can report you. And then you get a fine. Do you really want to receive a $100, $200 fine for grilling in your own backyard? This sounds incredibly stupid to most people, except out here, this is how our government works. What they do is they put all these requirements and restrictions on people, but they don't do anything to help people. It's just, we'll restrict your life so you can do less. We never actually help you do anything more that's positive. That's how the government works in Washington State. It's all liberals. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They actually are just complete idiots. And then here's the best part. They spend all of the state money on garbage. All of it. It's all garbage programs and things that don't help anyone. And then they claim we're out of money. We have to raise taxes so that we can pay for everything. So right now in the state of Washington, we have the highest prices for gasoline for a vehicle than the entire United States. That's not an exaggeration. We are paying more per gallon for gas than the entire country because our government is so inept. They put taxes on the gas to try to make more money because they don't know how to run anything and they spend all the money on nothing. Anyway, thanks for the super chat, Big Boss. Pretty messed up, I know. Because we were thinking of getting a grill and doing grilling in the, spring, summer, even fall. Nope, can't do it. This is hilarious. Someone tipped me money to troll. And basically the base of their message is, you've been reported to kick in YouTube. Okay? Morons have reported me to kick YouTube, Twitch, and every service ever since I started streaming. And nothing happens because I don't violate any rules. So report away, moron. You're wasting your time. What are you reporting? Exactly. You stupid idiot. By the way, thanks for the money that I'm keeping. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So we haven't figured this out yet. What we're going to do for DSP tries it. We got to figure this out. All right. James John, every time we try something that's not food, it doesn't work. No one cares or contributes to do it. So I'm tired of listening to people saying don't do food because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So no, we're not listening to you. Okay. Well, there you go. We've had a long discussion about it. At least we have some initial ideas, but we need to lock this in within like 24 hours. Like, no lie, I want to have this goal set, hopefully by the end of today, so we know what we're working toward. Without knowing what we're working toward, it's going to be very hard to get people to contribute. Case in point, no one has contributed since we started talking about this. You notice that? There you go. Man, my keyboard sucks. It's dropping half the inputs. Yeah, I gotta figure out a solution because some people are like, oh, why don't you just use your other monitor you don't use anymore and bring your monitor here? That way you can just do everything on that PC. Because that PC already has issues. Like, for example, just monitoring the stream and stuff, the browser crashes constantly, has memory holes, right? There's times when OBS crashes. So now imagine, not only am I doing everything I'm already doing on that PC, but now I have 2 chats open, the leaderboard for this contribution, the emails for PayPal. I mean, the memory is already exceeded. How am I going to do all that on one PC? I don't think it's possible. You know, it seems like you need 3 freaking PCs to stream these days if you want to be good. All right. So guys, while we wait for your votes, let's get some support for the stream this morning, please. Let's get some subs. And if you do a $10 contribution, pick a racer that I'll race with today in Mario. Let's get some super chats. Let's get some kicks. Let's get some memberships. Let's get some tips right now. Let's get that momentum going. Now we're up to $28 of support. Guys, let's hit $50 of support before the podcast ends. But my concern right now, I've major concerns with both of the candidates. Okay? Ghost of Yote. There's 2 concerns I have about Ghost of Yote. Concern number 1 is that if Ghost of Yote plays like the first game, Ghost of Tsushima, people are going to be incredibly bored with it right away. Because Ghost of Tsushima worked because it was the summer of 2020. We were all stuck at home for COVID. It had groundbreaking graphics on the PS4, and we liked the open world formula. All right? But other games now have come out. It's 5 years removed. If you even remember, a year after Ghost of Tsushima came out, I played the DLC. No one liked it. Everyone said the game was boring. And I was like, dude, it's only a year since Tsushima came out. You all of a sudden think that this formula is boring. You know what I'm saying? So that's number 1. My concern is that people are just going to say the game is boring and it's a 40-hour game. I'm going to repeat that. It's a 40-hour game. You need to commit at least 40 hours to beat it. You're talking a month or 2 of streaming. Okay? Now, in addition to that, there's all the political nonsense around it. Oh my God, did you hear that one of the game devs said something awful about the Charlie Kirk assassination? Oh my God, are you aware that the voice actress who plays the main character is an insanely leftist, crazy activist? She's gay. She's part of Antifa and proudly posts that I am part of Antifa and so is my wife. And that's just the edge of it. All right, there's more. It goes deeper than that. All right. So if every time I boot up this game, I'm going to have to hear a bunch of people come to the stream just to yell at me to say that, this is going to be the same thing that happened with South of Midnight. When I played South of Midnight earlier this year, I wasn't even aware of any issues with the game at all. And as soon as I started playing, it was, this game is woke. This game is leftist. This game is this. Did you hear about this? And no. Can I just play it? And I played it one stream and I was enjoying the game. The entire audience, the entire time just complained. So I said, fuck this. I'm never playing it ever again. No one supported. Everyone complained. I was like, fuck this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know that when I play games, I have to do something people want. I can't just do it for myself. Even if Ghost of Yote is a Game of the Year contender, if no one will show up to the streams to engage and support with the content, then why am I playing it? Right? I could play it for myself. Mario Galaxy 2. Okay? I've never played it. I loved Mario Galaxy 1. Okay? And it would give me something to play on my Switch for now, which has been sitting around. My Switch 2, that is. It's literally sitting right there collecting dust for multiple months. All right? But, and there's a big but here. Number one, it's $40, and a lot of people feel that this game is a financial ripoff, that this game is not worth it, and Nintendo is ripping people off, and it shouldn't be that expensive. And some people are actually standing against this and saying, I'm not going to support this game. It's too expensive. It's a ripoff to the gamer. That's number one. Number two, a lot of people just don't like Nintendo shit. I'm just going to be honest. It doesn't even matter if it's like the best game. Super Mario Wonder, people wouldn't show up for it. Playing a Zelda game, people won't show up for it. Mario or Donkey Kong Bonanza, people don't show up for it. They say, oh, it's kiddie shit. That's a kiddie game. That, you know what I mean? Why? We don't care about Phil playing that. That's for children. Well, I'm sorry, but these Nintendo games are just not for children. I don't know why people say that. That's insane to me. Nintendo games are for all audiences, especially for those of us who grew up playing Nintendo games. It's awesome that they're still making great new ones. In this case, this is one that I missed entirely. I never played it. I played the first one and loved it. You could think the sequel probably is even better because they probably did all kinds of, improvements and everything to it, right? So I think I would enjoy it. But that doesn't mean, again, that that's going to translate to the audience. It's not about me. It's about all of us. It's about you guys enjoying the playthrough, right? It's about you saying, hey, I'll show up. I'll engage. I'll support. I'll be sure that I'm going to be there for the content. So if I play if I play Galaxy 2, is that going to work? Or are people going to say, oh, it's a Nintendo game, I'm not showing up now, right? The thing is with Silksong, I know people will show up and support Silksong. They have. Silksong has done well the entire time I've played it, and we're over 30 hours into it. We're doing some of the most challenging stuff in the game now, the side content and stuff that we're doing. You know what I mean? So what do we do? The poll says Ghost of Yote overwhelmingly, which means that the trolls all voted. I'm not stupid. It means that what they want me to do is play Ghost of Yote just so they can show up when I play Ghost of Yote and be like, oh my God, the game is leftist, that the game is that I'm not supporting it. You're an idiot for playing it. I'm not dumb. All right. So I know that the polls were hijacked by idiots. If you are in any industry, okay, and if you're the industry leader for something, you have the ability to increase prices based on demand. If you're in demand, okay, and you know that everyone wants what you are offering, you could charge more for it. That's actually part of the free market, is that, hey, supply and demand, people want it more, they have to pay more for it, right? The problem is, with this Xbox Game Pass deal, I don't know if Microsoft's aware, they're in last place, okay? The Switch 2 is crushing them. The PlayStation 5 is crushing them. PC is crushing them. Crushing them. Not even like, oh, they're slightly getting beat out. They're getting destroyed. Xboxes are not selling. Sales are way, way down. They are firmly in last place when it comes to video games. In fact, if you take a look at the games that have been coming out that are like Xbox early exclusives or whatever, they're not selling. They're not. They're a bunch of indie games and things like that. They're not making them any money. They bought all these game studios up, and all the games are coming out, and everyone's like, meh, these games aren't very good. Oh, well. So, when you are in last place, typically what you need to do is try to create value for the customer. Usually, if you're in last place, you would do something like slash prices, like make your product offerings more appealing to the masses. Give them a reason to come over from PlayStation or Switch or PC. Say, hey, we want you to come into our family. Therefore, we're going to offer you unbeatable value for a discounted price. We'll be the discounted service. We're okay being that. We are. We'll be the discount offer, but hey, we'll make money. Xbox is literally doing the opposite. They recently increased all of their prices. Did you know that the Xbox Series X currently costs $700 in the United States? Would you pay $700 for the console that's in dead last? And now they're raising the prices of Game Pass Ultimate and adding no added value whatsoever. I mean, can we be honest? Real honest question here. I wonder if you guys can answer it for me. What kind of drugs do you think Phil Spencer does? Do you think he's on crack cocaine? I don't think so. He's too fat for that. Do you think he's on heroin? Maybe, I don't know. Well, I don't know. What's he on? Because he's in charge of this company And every decision that he's actually been making has been so ridiculously the fucking opposite of what you should do as the leader of your company that's currently in last place. I have to actually think the guy's mind is broken. Like he's legit on something. Maybe he's a hardcore alcoholic and he just drinks himself to fucking sleep every night. You know what I mean? I don't know. But something is going on here. There is no way that that man could be in power and actually be doing this stuff and thinking it's the right decision if he's in his right mind. Like Business 101 tells you you don't charge more when you're losing. Like the whole concept of a fire sale is not present in Phil Spencer's head. He's never heard of it before. If I were him, I'd be like, sale, sale, sale. Get people in our programs. Hook them to liking the programs. Then get them used to using them. Then, once we have gained market share, then consider raising the price. You don't raise the price when you're a loser. Already no one wants you. Why would they pay more for you? You tremendous idiot. So if you're not aware, are you ready for this? Are you not aware? Here's what happened this morning. This announcement hit the web. They did that blog post. All the news sites covered it. And I swear to God, I didn't make this up. This is what happened. Everyone ran to the Xbox Game Pass service to cancel. And so many people are trying to cancel Game Pass. The website has crashed and you cannot cancel Game Pass. I'm not kidding. And it's still crashed now. So many thousands of people said, fuck this. We're not paying $30 a month. They tried to cancel and the whole website shut down. So anyway, here's the deal. For me, okay, what kind of value do I get out of Game Pass? All right, let's be honest. Do I get online play? No, not anymore. I'm a PC gamer. So I don't need Xbox online play for anything. So that's a waste, right? But in a while, even someone like me, in a bit, it may not be worth the value anymore. It may get to the point where it's like $30 a month. Not everyone is darksydephil, a full-time game streamer who wants to get these games at a discount. Most people are only playing a couple games a month, if that, right? And aren't going to be interested in every game that comes out on Game Pass. So I don't know. Again, this is ass backwards. It's literally the opposite of what you should do in business and what you're taught in business school. I have no idea how Phil Spencer is still the CEO of Xbox Gaming. I'm lost. Like, if you were the shareholders, I would have looked at the last 5 years and I would have said, let's see. Massive decline in sales. Every Xbox exclusive game coming out is usually a flop. Almost every one has been a flop. Even when you get a success like Halo Infinite, it tanks anyway. Right? Console sales way down. No one wants the Xbox console. Last place. The only thing that they're succeeding in is Game Pass, but now they're raising all their prices on both the console and Game Pass, so that's going to go away. Why are these people in charge? Really? Why are these people in charge? They don't know anything about what the fuck they're doing at this point. Like, I'm absolutely 100% confounded, confused, and quite frankly, I'm disgusted. This is the company that was in the lead during the Xbox 360 era. They capitalized on Sony's mistakes and took advantage and were winning strongly. And they have, in the course of a decade, squandered any kind of success they've had. They've literally just gotten worse and worse and worse. They've put people in positions of power that don't understand the industry. They're pumping out awful game after awful game. Why do they exist? The only reason they're still around is because of Microsoft money. You got to understand that. Microsoft makes so much money, right? That we're in a situation where they can bleed money for a while and the company isn't really going to care. But after a while, it's going to be like, when are we going to stop having this be our big loss leader? We got to cut the fat. We got to get rid of this shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, everyone. Well, that's the story. It's crazy. For many of you who are now learning this, you're probably going to go cancel your Game Pass Ultimate right now, aren't you? No, you're not, because the website's crashed. You can't cancel. You're stuck. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe Phil Spencer actually shut down the site. So now he'll increase prices and no one can cancel. So you all have to pay more money. I wonder if he realizes that's a scam and it's illegal and he can go to jail for it. Anyway. So that's that. So guys, I know that I yapped a lot on today's show and I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for chilling and supporting. I appreciate you. Anyone who did support, thanks. So here's how it goes today. However you want to support on Kick, whether you want to do a sub, a gifted sub, or kicks, it's all good. I don't prefer either. It's about equivalent. So, hey, go for it. However you want to support on Kick, thank you so very much, all right? Good morning, Game Boy. How are you doing? Jade, how are you today? Good to see you, Jade. I see everyone came in during I was telling that final story there. Cool. All right, so to reiterate the way it's going to work is we're about to get started very shortly with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. For a $10 contribution, you can pick the character that I'm going to race with for a few races, okay? And we're just going to do all multiplayer today. We're going to start off with Vector on the hoverboard. We'll probably do a race or two like that and then see if anyone contributes $10 and picks the next character, okay? Cool. All right, so here's the deal. By the end of today, I will have an answer for you on what I'm playing tomorrow. It's either going to be Ghost of Yote, Super Mario Galaxy 2, or I'm just going to play more Silk Song and stick to what's working and get further in it. All right? I'll let you know. We'll have to see. Well, I'll let you know as soon as I know. All right, folks? Thank you for a great show.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.